we all deal with traumas. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And we gotta tackle those traumas, man, to be the best version of ourselves for the people around us. You get what I'm saying? And like, yo, real shit. Don't think of it as on weak shit, nigga. I'm from the projects. Like, you get what I'm saying? Everybody that know me from Newark know me and know what I'm about. Like, yo, I'm in fucking therapy, man. And that shit is fire. I'm at peace. I'm walking lighter. Motherfucking skin glowing, man. Like, yo, I wish that on everybody, man. Get in therapy, man. That shit is fire, bro. I can't even lie. That shit fire, bro.
Well, it's the big show. The Black Idea Guy podcast is a new business and culture platform created to serve as a compass with an ultimate goal of helping talented and urbanly influenced creatives get potentially disruptive new ideas, thinking, and perspectives off the ground, out, and into the world. Acronymed as The Big Show, this is not an interview but an exchange, which we hope will leave all listeners with realized game, perspective, inspiration, ideas, and insight that drive results. The Black Idea Guy podcast comes firsthand from a former athlete turned innovator, a multi-potentialite creative and entrepreneurial marketing mastermind, the Black Idea Guy himself, Mick Allen Brown, and a range of dynamic guest features, each who are extremely gifted and talented within their own right. So today, I get the pleasure of sitting across from a dear friend of mine, a colleague, a business mind, a mogul in the making as well. You know what I mean? Someone that's very grounded, someone that's very introspective and insightful. And like, it's just so many things that I've learned from the person. There's so many things that I admire about this individual. I think the individual challenges me in ways even as distant as we may be in our connection at times or whatever, but it's literally one message or one phone call away. But the homie Q is in the building. Croissant Lindsay, you know what I'm saying? Like for the formal Q, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But yo, I would dap you, but the first thing we got to do is dap. You know what I mean? You know we got to dap up first. So
I'll leave that right there.
You gonna leave that right there? Yeah, we got to dap it up, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I know the callus on the hands. Like, you got workout hands, so you know what I'm saying? These are moisturizing.
I just got out the yard, man.
Yeah, you know the vibe. I know the vibe. Or you barbell. You on the bars.
Yeah, I'm doing that thing in the yard, man.
Heard him. Heard him.
You know, health is wealth.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. I
Welcome.
appreciate you,
Welcome,
bro.
my brother.
Yes,
First and foremost, I have to tell you, this is not a humble space. This is not humble territory.
Let's talk our shit, man. You feel me?
This is not humble territory.
Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, I don't let people into my mind, but it's starting here on the Black Idea Guy podcast.
This is why.
Yes, sir.
This is why. It's just only fitting.
Let's
do
it.
What I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's only fitting that we have you to open up the mind on a show that is for the minds. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This is a safe space for people who really got ideas. Like, really and truly, I listen to a lot of podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about the podcast that I listen to is I like listening to really smart people speak. But it's unfortunate that many of the voices that I hear aren't respective of young black men. They're not black minds that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
The majority of them. There are a few, right, that I have scraped and found in the mud.
Yeah. EYL, you know.
Right, right. They have
that crawled their way out.
Right, right. Sure. The very small number that made it. But we need more of them.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can contribute to that number, right?
100%.
You know, and yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. Hold on, let me pull up the big pod.
Before we get right into it, you feel me? Since we talking about minds,
let's talk.
You know, I appreciate you having me here on the Black Idea Guy podcast. So I got a little, token of appreciation for you.
Oh man, we love gifts. Yeah, for sure. We love gifts.
Can't come in empty-handed, you know.
Okay.
Open that. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it,
my brother. Hopefully you ain't read it. You feel me?
Hey, look.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh no, I ain't read this one. I ain't read this one yet.
Yes, sir.
I ain't read this one yet.
Yes, sir. I know you in that creative space, man. You always working, and you know that stillness is key, man. You feel me?
Yes.
So that's a gem. That's a gem for you, bro.
Let's do this. Sir. Let's do this, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. Yeah. We going. Yeah. This one.
Yes, sir.
This is the next read. This is gonna skip the line. This one is gonna skip the line.
Hey, let's do it. Yes,
absolutely.
Sir.
This one's gonna skip the line, yo. So okay. As we get into this, like, I've been doing this pod for I want to say maybe like for an inconsistent 20 weeks almost, right? For an inconsistent 20 weeks, right? And I've learned a lot, yo. Really and truly, I enjoy doing this, and I think that spaces like this need to exist, because what it does when you leave here is everything that we spoke about, you really sits with you, right? And we have really, really deep and heavy conversation.
Facts.
Right? Like we have conversation that many people sometimes they think about these things, or they like have these personalized conversations on the phone about them, but like we want to bring the audience in and sit in this room with us as we're talking about these things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like you and I have had an interesting relationship, right? We connected back when I was producing another project, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The Social Scene.
Yeah. It all started here.
It all started in the same ecosystem, bro.
Right,
and like when I connected with you, but I remember first we had an event out in Clifton, you pulled up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was when I first like we linked.
Yeah.
And then like, yo, the one thing that I could say that you that really stood out about you and what really like gravitated me towards you was like, yo, you really follow up.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people just don't do. Like
word is bond,
the
man.
follow up in our like amongst young black men, amongst young people in general, right?
Yeah.
There's just a lack of follow up. And that right there is such a key to success. Right? Being able to say something and then show up.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy. So since then, man, we've always been kind of linked, and we always been just like supported from a distance, whatever. Like we pull up, shout out, whatever.
Facts.
And like, yo, I really admire how you just carry yourself, what you're doing, like the character you present yourself with. That's something that I definitely want to, you know, as we're here giving you flowers early.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Jump into it.
Yes,
so you've crawled into this like this financial world, this financial space, and like not to say crawl, like you like put yourself into this ocean of finance, right? Like everybody likes money, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants money. Everybody talking some sort of like finance now. Like what makes you different about what your pursuit is in like finance and money and economics in that way?
Yeah. No, that's a great question, man. And a lot of times, you know, you look at someone and, you know, their mindset behind finances, right? You know, the average person, they got someone to teach them about it, or, you know, it's not a lot of people in the black community that have access to resources, financial literacy and things like that. So I actually had to teach myself, you feel me? Just growing up in the projects, you know, and shit like that. I didn't have no older brother. I didn't have no dad or, you know, no uncle to teach me about that. You feel me? Nobody knew about it. You feel me? So I had to go out there and I sort of had to teach myself.
Right.
Like I'm literally at one of the biggest financial technologies companies right now. And I built that. You get what I'm saying? I taught myself to understand the intricate details of the market. What is a stock? What is a bond? You know, what is the importance of having your money work for you? There's not a lot of things they teach us, not even the school system.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it just was through education, self-education, you feel me? And kind of just telling myself, like, you know what? I'm going to take the stairs, you know, and I'm going to build the elevator for the young boys behind me. You get what I'm saying? In this financial space. So I had to put the work in. You know, I'm here now, and now my goal is to pass that knowledge down. You feel me? But it wasn't easy, bro. It wasn't easy at all, man.
I'll tell you like this, like, that's a bold step because a lot of people aren't willing to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people aren't even in a position to sacrifice. And everything that I heard you just say screams sacrifice. It literally has
all
sacrifice all over
all
it.
sacrifice, bro.
You
like,
know?
All sacrifice. I be wanting to go crazy, man. Like, I could pretty much do what I want. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta control that ego. You gotta sacrifice a lot. You get what I'm saying? Because most people, you know, we start here, right? You got income and expenses. It all come down to cash flow. You feel me? You got income, you got expenses. The average person in the black community, they make more money, they increase their expenses.
Yep.
You in that same, you put yourself in the same position.
Talk about it.
You feel me? So if you start in here, you feel me? You make more money and then you increase your expenses. You in that same bucket. The same way you was here. You're in that same bucket. So people just keep doing that. You feel me? So as my money continue to grow, I try to keep my lifestyle either the same or I try to minimize it as much as I can. You feel me? And it might not look glamorous, but that's that sacrifice. I'm thinking 5, 10 years, 15 years down the line. And
but here's the thing, Q. Here's the thing, right? Yo, like, you know, we are the culture. We the swag. We fly. We that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to deter... How are you going to deter that young mind out there from not going to get the things that BET Jam shows them is attainable, right?
Yeah,
or
facts.
MTV
That's
Jams
facts.
or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The hip BET Awards, right?
Yeah.
Like the kid that wants that, the kid that wants the glitz and glamour, the kid that wants the luxuries, the kid that wants that, right? Regardless if they can really afford it or not, how do you harness them from like getting that little bag that they may be trying to scrape and working 60 hours a week to do?
Yeah.
And blowing it on that luxury because that's what their eyes are set on. How do you harness that?
Yeah. I think the key to harness it, and I made my mistakes financially. You get what I'm saying? When I was younger,
we
got
all
a bag, blew it. You get what I'm saying? You got to make those mistakes. You feel me? But the key to harnessing it is, I would say, you got to check your ego, man. What very little people do. You got to check your ego, man. Because it's easy, especially with social media. You got the women. The women want a certain guy that's making a certain type, making his money, driving a certain type of car. You get what I'm saying? And it pulls you in. It ropes you in. You want this certain girl. It's like, damn, I got this money. Let me go get this car real quick. Yeah. Now you paying them near $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Or you get what I'm saying? For a note, trying to impress this girl. You feel me? So you got to check your ego, man. You get what I'm saying? So I would say to the young dudes out there, when I'm talking to them a lot, it's more so like, really understanding what you're trying to do, because the thing is, you can still have the luxuries,
right?
But you got to sacrifice first.
You got to defer.
You got to defer it. Delayed gratification.
Yep.
And I tell people all the time, like, yo, you master delayed gratification, you free yourself from a lot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And honestly, it feels better having the money in my pocket, knowing I can go out there and buy whatever I want. You get what I'm saying? Than actually doing it. Yeah. You feel me? Like, when you check your ego, you don't got nothing to prove to nobody, man. You get what I'm saying? You just go about your life. You at peace. You get what I'm saying? So that's a lot of things I try to, when I'm talking to the youth, you feel me? I try to tell them about that. Like, yo, check your ego. You can have everything. You feel me? You can have the fancy shit. You know, find your lane though. Don't be splurging. You know, and the key is to pay yourself first. You feel me? I pay myself first before everything. When I get paid, when that check come in, I don't pay my rent. I pay myself first. Yeah. I put that to the side. Then I handle my bills, everything else that's left over. Now you can have fun with that. You can do whatever. Yeah. You can save that up and go buy a whip, a crazy ass whip, then do that. But you paid yourself first already. So now you ain't got to worry about that. Have fun with everything else.
Yep.
You feel me? So, yeah.
So explain. So paying yourself first.
Yeah.
Then covering your livelihood, right?
Yeah, for
your
sure.
necessities.
For sure.
Then the excess.
Yeah.
So technically, are you paying yourself twice?
If you think about it, you can be. Even if because with that excess, it depends what you do with it.
Right.
Now, some people, they take the excess that's left over and they just blow it. Mm-hmm. And some people, they take that, you know, the leftover money and they like, you know what?
And they bring it back over here.
I could save a little bit more. Let me throw a little bit more over here. You get what I'm saying? Rather than splurging it. You know, you have the choice to do the two. But as long as you paid yourself first, you feel me? Like, have your fun. Because, you know, work and play must coexist. Of course. You feel me? So a lot of times I'm noticing like, damn, I'm saving. I ain't really enjoying myself. You feel me? Because I'm always so locked in. My mind is always working. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go crazy a little bit. Let me splurge a little bit. You feel me? I pay myself first. Let me splurge with this. Have some fun. You feel me?
I think that a lot of times, you know, because of the current climate of society, right, where, you know, inflation is all-time high, you know, market crashes, swings back, everything is going on. Yeah. Money is such a sensitive topic, right?
Yeah, facts.
And many times, you know, I think that now it's become such money's in the histories of our existence, but like, everyone is learning about money, but it may not have always been the case, right? We have other interests, right? There are things that I know you were doing previous to your pursuit in, you know, your financial enthusiasm, right? And like your financial advocacy. So even in the world of entertainment. Yeah. So when you was getting into, like when you were doing your thing in entertainment, were you still in the same brain, or were you like, yo, nah, I'm gonna make it to Hollywood? Like, were you Hollywood, or were you like, you know, like CNBC, like all the time, like?
Nah, I feel you. I was definitely I was.
You wanted to make it to Hollywood.
I wanted to make it to Hollywood. Think big with everything. You gotta go big with everything.
Energy.
Yes, sir. But yeah, when I was in that entertainment space, man, my goal was to fucking make it to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I don't think small with anything. Mm-hmm. Anything I do.
Did you go to did you go to like an arts high school? Like did you do performing arts in high school?
So
and
I
stuff
actually
like
went
that?
to the opposite of that. I went to Science Park High School. In Newark. You feel me?
So technology, arts, like STEM.
Those type of things. But Yeah, we got arts high school in Newark, you know, and stuff like that. But that was one of our rivals at one point. But no, I didn't go to an artsy type of high school, you know. But as far as the creative space, man, yeah, I do everything. I don't think small with nothing, man. If I'm gonna put my energy into something, it's either I'm gonna do it all the way, I'm not gonna do it at all. You feel me? So I had that mindset in the entertainment space, but then I realized I like to be behind the scenes. You know, it's something I like to call quiet money. You know, I like quiet money.
It's all good.
Yeah, I like quiet money. You get what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that. Let's go down that. Let's go down that path.
Yeah,
like,
go ahead. My bad.
It's crazy because the thing about quiet money is there's a lot more happiness and it's a lot more peace and tranquil. It's a tranquil space when the money is when the money is generated in droves, but it's very, very silent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But oftentimes people think that the loud dollar is the most coveted dollar.
Exactly.
Right? Like you got to be LeBron James, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or you got to be like super notable.
Yeah.
Now, also, the thing with that is social media goes against quiet money because you got to be out here telling the world what you're doing, right? You got to be out here like
facts.
building audience and like galvanizing a bunch of people to follow you in order to be able to, you know, like figure out how to add value and monetize that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think we all fall victim to it though.
Yeah.
I think
Time
we
to
all
time, it
sometimes,
happens. Yeah,
you know, like
you got to catch yourself.
hell yeah, so in that so what are some ways that you kind of fall in line with capturing the quiet dollar?
Yeah, it goes back to the ego, bro. The ego, man. Yeah. Checking your ego. You gotta check yourself, and you gotta ask yourself what type of life you want to live. You get what I'm saying? And do you want that type of access? Like growing up, I've always been reserved. I always been real chill, real introverted. Always sort of like to play the back. You get what I'm saying? So oftentimes, you know, social media, like. It has an influence on our minds, you feel me? So growing up, you know, you'll be on social media, you'll be seeing this car, that car, you start comparing yourself. Right. We all do it. It's human nature, you feel me?
Right.
So I would catch myself comparing myself, and you get what I'm saying? But when you peel back that curtain, a lot of people is hurting, man. You get what I'm saying? They put on that front, you feel me? A lot of people is hurting when you peel back that curtain. And I don't knock anybody. I just observe it and I mental note it. I'm noticing like, damn, you driving that car, but, you know, down the line, you realize like, oh shit, you hurting, man. And then it's like this cry for help we all got. You feel me? I noticed it. I used to have it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like this cry for help. Like you just trying to, you know. And I'm like, you know what? Let me check my ego. I started getting more into prayer, into meditation, man. You feel me? Not to get all like, you feel me? Most people, most people think it's active. Most people think it's on some like, you think of spirituality. They think it's on some crystal shit. Like, nah, I ain't on no crystal shit. I pray. I meditate before I start my day. Now I'm in control of my day. And that allows me to check my ego. You feel me? So in regard to the quiet money, man, it's like I'd rather actually have it. We were taught, see, growing up in the hood and shit like that, you taught to look like you got money, but you don't really got it. Yeah. So you fly as hell, but you ain't got nothing in your pockets. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm in this world where like, you know, I'm in my career. Bro, I'm sitting by software engineers, bro. Like, you feel me? Regular t-shirt, pair of fucking Wrangler, whatever the fuck they call them, Levi jeans with slippers on, touching 300 easy. You don't see no watch, you don't see no jewelry, you don't see none of that, bro. You'll look at him on the street like, yo, who is this guy? He like, bro, like you get what I'm saying?
It's levels.
The real it's levels. You get what I'm saying? So we glamour, we you know, we look at it as glitz and glamour and shit, you know. And I just started really thinking for myself and taking a step back. And I'm like, you know what? The scene is cool, but I'd rather be the one behind the scenes. I'd rather be the one pulling the strings and everything like that, you know? And that's where that term, you know, I start telling myself, like, you get what I'm saying? I like that quiet money. You know, you don't know what he do, but you know he got it money. Yeah, that type of, you get what I'm saying? That's what keeps me going.
I think so. Now, okay, let me ask this. Is there a place for that as an entrepreneur, right? Because many times when you're starting a business, you need customers, you need audience, you need support. Yeah. So how does one, I mean, I think there is, like, quiet money is, of course, that there's lane for quiet money. But I think it may not, I think you have to take the foot off the brake in certain instances when you're doing certain things. Like as an entrepreneur, right? Like, I mean, you have a newly started business, right? Yeah. You just developed Loaded Bases. You just developed a clothing brand.
Facts.
So now, how does one continue in the vein of, you know, like honoring the quiet money aspect, but
Yeah.
knowing that you have to, you know, get a tribe to rally behind what you're doing,
Yeah.
to be able to support the overarching mission and the message that you're projecting.
Nah, that's a great question, man, and that's actually something I'm still working on navigating. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you got both. You tone
exactly.
both sides.
Exactly. Yeah, you feel me? I don't got it all figured out. You feel me? But I think the message behind my brand, right? Loaded Bases. One, shout out to Nip, shout out to Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So Loaded Bases, it was actually inspired by Nipsey Hussle and Lewis Hamilton. You know, everybody know the late great Nip. You know, RIP. I'm a big fan of Formula One racing as well.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where the whole idea of the logo came about and everything like that. But the whole thing behind the brand is, you know, it ties into that quiet money. It ties into that financial literacy type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So as far as building that community, I would say the goal is to build it, but not in a loud way. To build it, but making sure you stand on those principles. You get what I'm saying? That's more than anything. You got to stand on those principles. I could care less about the money. If you ain't standing on your principles, on your character and who you are as a person, you get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much money you make. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't respect you. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I tell myself. Like, okay, the money gonna come. You get what I'm saying? The fame or whatever. You get what I'm saying? I don't chase that. If that's gonna come by me just being myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when I'm building that community, I'm tapping into that. I'm spreading that message. Like, you get what I'm saying? Building that confidence within people, within financial literacy. You get what I'm saying? And the goal is to that will be a byproduct of it.
Yeah.
It will just build itself. You get what I'm saying?
One thing I learned. One thing I see and one thing I experience is that, like, you have to speak less when you just deliver and perform, right?
Yeah.
Like being a performer, right? And I heard this quote, and it was like, lead with performance. Mm-hmm. Like, always make sure you lead with performance. Don't lead with just with chatter.
Yeah.
Lead with performance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, if I'm ever trying to, you know, negotiate, if I'm ever trying to gather myself into an opportunity, if I'm ever trying to go and, like, find my way into a door that I haven't been through, my pitch is like, yo, let me show you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, you don't got I'm that confident in in my abilities, right? And I think this falls into the message of the brand. I'm that confident in my ability that I'll say, yo, defer whatever compensation I'm gonna tell you I need. Yeah. Right? Defer that. Let me show you by driving the results first. Yeah. And then once I show you, I'm going to take the spoon out your mouth, because then you know you're going to need what I just told you I'm going to be able to do.
Exactly.
You know?
And
like that piece.
And that's what it's about. And I noticed, and that's one thing that I admire about you, bro. Like, 100%, you make shit happen. Period.
That's what.
like no bullshit, bro. You make shit happen. You feel me? And I'm driven towards that. Like, that inspires me as well. Like, when I see you working on different projects with your brand, you got your hands in so many things. It's like, yo, like, nigga, he working. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that motivates me to see another brother on that same type of time. You feel me? And it's like, yo, like, that's what it's about. He's not out here talking, trying to prove to anyone. It's like, yo, I'm making this shit happen. Right. You either on board or you're not. This ball gonna keep rolling.
This train is off to the next stop.
Regardless.
You know what I'm saying?
Regardless.
Like, you can believe, man, it's crazy, because here's the real. Let's talk. Let's get into it. This ain't a humble space, man. Let's talk shit. So, yo, the crazy thing about it is, man, yo, in our pursuit, I'm sure even everybody's pursuit, shout out to LaTroy Watts, Mahana Cam too.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
yes, sir.
In everybody's pursuit, we have, you know, especially someone that's like a performer, like performers, right? We've been able to rally and get lots of people to at one point support and be a part of our pursuits, right? Yeah. Those people may still be around, some of them may not be around, right? But the thing about it is, those people, the only people that will lose respect for you are the people that see you stop. If you stop, right? If you stop, if someone falls off your train and the train stops, that was a reason, right? That was a reason for them to say, oh, you wasn't really about it. Yeah. I think the thing that I've just managed to stay headstrong on is like, yo, my feet will forever keep moving forward.
Got to.
They will always keep moving forward. And if as I'm trying to figure out, as I'm trying to navigate, I'm not going to stop, yo. I'm good. Like, and if it seems like I'm taking steps back, bro, the propelling that's about to come is going to be
facts.
nuts.
That's facts.
You know, because it's just like, I just think that's what builds trust. That's the true measure of trust is in a transaction, bro.
Yeah.
Like trust is in a transaction. So people that really grow an attachment to you and people grow in a liking for you, they see you transact in your effort, in your performance, in your delivery, in your results every
single day, bro.
Every day.
Every single day.
And that's, bro, likewise. Like it's not just one directional. Like I see the same, right? And even as quiet as you may be pursuing your goals, and even as silent as you may be doing it.
I try to,
It's just the knowing. It's just the knowing, because I know what kind of conversations are happening in the mind of a quiet being that's just pursuing. I know. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. You know?
Facts. No, that's facts, man. And I tell people, like, all the time, I'll be politicking with my boys and shit. Yeah. I'll be like, yo, when I disappear, just know I'm working on something. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I disappear a lot. Like, it's bad. You get what I'm saying? Like, I disappear a lot and I just go into this shell. But just know I'm cooking up some shit on the other side. You get what I'm saying? I ain't letting nobody stop my motion, man. Never. I ain't letting nobody stop my motion, bro. No family, no nothing. You get what I'm saying? You got to be that, like you said, that confident in yourself.
Oh, bro.
Period.
Unwavering.
Because when you different, it's another thing I like to say. When you different, you get the most resistance. People are used to conforming. You feel me? When you different, like, people ain't used to that shit, bro. You get what I'm saying? Everybody is used to this conformity. You feel me? So if everybody going this way and you taking that unknown, it's like everybody looking at you like, I don't know what's over there. I ain't going that way. So now you solo. You get what I'm saying? But you got to keep that shit pushing, because once you make it to the other side, you feel me? That's when everybody start to hop on board.
Of course, the glory is on others. I mean, the glory is there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? It's to the point where I always encourage anybody that like that just like tells me how my motion impacts them. Yeah. I tell them, it's like, yo, you know, if you're pursuing, you have to pursue what you're pursuing to the point of where the naysayers are like baffled as to why this is so hot. Yeah. Like people got to be like, yo, am I missing something, or is this shit just that hot? Yeah. Like, why is everybody why is this person's name just popping up? What is it about? Like, I don't see it, but why is all these other, maybe I just got to go over here and see what's going on.
See what's going on for myself.
You know? Like, man, like, and even if I'm unbiased, let me sit into this for a little bit to try to get my mind to understand what all these other people are seeing. Because I just don't, they just might not get it. Yeah. You know? And that's the part that's so important.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. That's facts, man. Another thing I think that's important, man, is just really like just touching people and just giving back. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yo,
without nothing in return.
Without nothing in return, bro. The craziest shit, yo. Facts. I swear to God, yo, I was on my way here, bro. I'm about to pay the toll to get on Garden State Parkway, bro. Yep. Before I pay my toll, right, I got the money, $135 for the and the guy that's working, he just sitting there like, he not taking my money or nothing. You get what I'm saying? He drunk his water. He's just like, so out of nowhere, I'm like, you know what? Let me ask bro. Bro probably having a long day. I'm like, yo, you good, bro? He's like, bro, I'm tired as fuck, bro. Yeah. I said, hey, man, you got to get that money. He said, man, I'm having a rough day, bro. You get what I'm saying? I gave him some words of encouragement. I said, look, bro. He was like, the money controlling me right now. I said, nah, you always got to be in control, bro. Facts. I said, you feel me? I said, your mental health is important. You got to take care of that. You get what I'm saying? So you could be there for the people that matters to you most. Yada, yada, yada. Give him some, word of advice and everything like that. And he said, you know what, bro? I needed that, bro. You just made my day. But not do he know? He just made my day. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm driving and like, I cut the music off. I'm like, yo, it's little exchanges like that, bro, that keeps you going. You feel me? Like I catch myself complaining at times. Like, I got to work and do this. But just like so many things puts it in perspective. You feel me? And that shit just made my day, man. It's like, yo, like we all need somebody to lean on. You get what I'm saying? Like, on this journey.
It's the behavior and the repetition of knowing how to identify that. Yeah. A lot of people can't even identify when things like that are happening. They just think that life happens.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You got to be an intentional being out here. Yeah. Right? Like, we're very intentional. Everything is like, it's second nature now, but it's still methodical. It's calculated. Yeah. Like every move, like coming here to pod on Sunday, like, timing, everything is structured, is calculated, you know? And that's how you sort of create a pattern for your life. right? Like I'm a robot. Like I have a schedule. I have
Yeah.
Shorty the other day had to pencil herself into the schedule.
I see that.
You feel like,
I see that, bro.
She's
for
like,
sure.
yo,
I
when you
see
want to
that.
hang out? I said, yo, I'm busy.
Yeah.
She said, let me see your schedule.
Yeah.
I said, well, I got pockets here and here. She
Yeah.
took my phone
Yeah.
and put herself in the opening, and I respected it.
Yeah, no, that's fire. Yeah,
I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how I live, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to excel because, like I'm not out here just winging shit no more, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not wasting any time. I'm literally, I'm not doing anything that ain't about what I'm about.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere that ain't gonna have people that I really want to be around.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that no more. I'm not gonna be in rooms where I feel forced to go into. If I know that people are in rooms that I don't really like, that I can't grow with.
Yeah.
Why am I in this space?
Yeah.
I ain't got to be there.
That's
you know?
facts.
Like, and there are times where you can bend, break, extend certain things, right? You could be a little bit more lenient.
Yeah.
But I ain't there yet. I don't got that kind of time right now.
Yeah, no, that's facts, bro. Same here,
I ain't
bro.
got it right now.
Same here, man.
You know?
The time, the schedule is crazy. Same type of time. You get what
My
I'm
schedule's
saying?
loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No pun intended. Yo. Yeah, the basis is loaded.
Motherfucking bases.
The basis is loaded.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's insane, bro. But that's the way I prefer it. And I'm sure you prefer it the same exact way.
Yep.
Yo, it's crazy because, like, it's that old motherfucking saying and shit. Yo, idle time is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
That's the most realest shit I've heard. Bro,
Talking.
when you got too much time on your hands, you leave so much room for error.
Yeah.
So much room for a bunch of nonsense and distractions. I notice when I got a lot of time on my hand, I'm looking for shit to fill it. Whether it's social media, whether it's fucking texting a million fucking girls.
Right,
like, bro, it's
right.
a fucking distraction, bro. So now, like, my schedule from the moment I wake up at damn near 4 or 5 in the morning until I lay my head down at 10 o'clock at night, everything is filled.
Yeah.
Everything is filled, bro. And you get what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, you can make time. You know,
of course.
That's all it's about. Now, I don't have time. I make time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and sometimes, you know, I feel like it's all on a spectrum. Sometimes we allow people to share time and space with us, and vice versa.
Right.
People allow you to share time and space. But now I value my time, but I value other people's time as well. So I understand when someone say to me like, "Oh, I can't do this right now. You know, I don't have the bandwidth."
Right.
Like, I respect it because I understand it. Like, I don't have it as well. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta say like, "Yo, no." You gotta say no.
I think one of the biggest pieces about that time piece, what's crazy is I was gonna say like, yo, literally the only time that I have in my hands is my tat. Like, it's the only time I got in my hands. Like, no pun intended, right? Like, nah, for real though. It's
the
like
only time you got.
only time I got, baby, is only time I got is the tat. Like, no, I mean for real.
Word.
But like, it's crazy because boundaries.
Yeah.
It's about building those boundaries, bro.
Yeah.
Had someone call me the other day. You know, they saw an opportunity that I've been promoting on my social, and they were like, "Yo, can we reach out? Can we talk? I say, "Hey, the girl hit me up at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Right? She's 3 hours behind. She's in California, so I respect it. I get it.
Yeah.
But on my time, it's 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
right? And I got boundaries. I got stuff I'm doing.
Push it in motion.
So I said to her, I said, "Hey, yes, we can, but give me a call on this day at this time."
Yeah.
Boundary, right? Not disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm like pushing her off. It's like, nah, we can talk about this, but not now.
Yeah, facts.
People need to understand that that's something that you got to make a part of your toolkit.
Yeah.
You got to get that ability right now. Like letting people know, yo, not right now, but we could do it when I'm available.
Set up that time
So make
slot.
yourself available for when I'm ready to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you miss this appointment, you might have missed your chance.
No, that's facts.
You
bro.
know?
That's facts, and you got to go about that unapologetically.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no fucks.
You gotta stand on that. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm the same way, right? Now we have some people. You get what I'm saying?
Of course,
who can
of course.
But
of course.
oftentimes they're not. It's like, like you got to catch me probably 2 weeks after or something. My schedule is like, filling up and everything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I get it, bro. Like you said, you got to set those boundaries, man, for sure.
And the thing is, I think that because my biggest thing is being available mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally for the people that I care for the people that I want to help and service and be there for. If I'm overwhelmed, I'm not going to give you what you think you're calling me for to give you.
Yeah.
Right? People call me, and a lot of times they're calling me for the mental capacity that I have, the intellect, the insight, the introspective thoughts, the motivation, whatever the ideas that I can give.
Yeah.
if I got too much going on, I'm not gonna give you what you think you about to get.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to be in a certain headspace. So me deferring time or me creating time on another time block to give you what I know you calling me for.
Yeah.
It's better served me deferring this to then.
Yeah.
Than trying to be convoluted in my mind, giving you a bunch of half-ass attention.
Yeah.
You know, just to shoo you off so that I can get back to what's crowding my mind.
Yeah.
Right. You can't. It's not a good space to be in. And I know a lot of guys like that.
Yeah.
Right. I know a lot of guys that just take on so much. I used to be one of them.
Yeah.
Right. And don't get me wrong. I do a lot now.
Yeah.
But I compartmentalize it to where I'm not doing so much all at one time. Yeah. I have a lot of projects. Yeah. I have a lot of opportunities, and opportunities consistently find me every single day.
Yeah.
Because this is what I wanted for my life. I wanted this, the vision, what I'm enduring, what I'm living through right now, literally is the tipping of the iceberg of the life that I want for myself. Yeah. I want people to call me like, yo, I got this business venture. I want you to be a part of it. Hey, yo, we just did this. Can you come and be a manager for this? Hey, we want to partner on this with you. Yeah. I want this for my life, right? And in order for me to set myself up for this, I have to be on a certain type of time.
You got to, bro.
You know?
You can't, like you said, you can't just be out here winging it. You got to be structured. Like, you get what I'm saying? It has to be orchestrated in a certain way. You feel me? You have to move with a certain level of intention. Yeah. You feel me? I could tell you're doing that, bro. Like, I'm the same way, man. The same exact way. And I don't know why this thought just popped up, but
talk it.
In regard to that, man, I'm thinking about chess just popped up, and one of my favorite laws is Murphy's Law. Mm-hmm. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Right? It will. And what made me think of this, it was just like, you know, just factoring in certain scenarios and everything like that, and just expectations, right? I think it's so important for everybody. It's so important, like, to factor in any decision they make and just going through life, the best case scenario, the worst case scenario, and the moderate scenario. Like, even when I'm at work and I'm building out a financial model, you build these models to be able to withstand certain things that happen. Right. Like catastrophic. You get what I'm saying? Right. You got to withstand that. So you got to do those stress tests. You feel me? So I think the same way you're doing a stress test for a financial model to see what you can withstand, you got to do that as a person, bro. Right. It's so important, bro. Yo, it's important. You got to stress test yourself, bro. You got to factor in every scenario. So even if that worst case scenario would have happened, you already saw it coming. Yeah. You already saw it coming. And now it get to that adaptation.
That's heavy.
You pivot and you adapt.
I wanna somewhat challenge that with the public mind. So the public, I want to challenge that with the athlete's mind. Okay. Right. An athlete, in the mind of an athlete, we're both athletes, right?
Yeah, facts.
An athlete thinks, I'm gonna have a plan A and no plan B because my plan A gonna work.
Plan A gonna work.
You understand? Okay. So a lot of times people aren't even approaching this with failure in mind. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's and what you're talking about is really risk management, right? And a lot of times I'm getting into trading some forex, right? I'm learning the markets, right? I'm definitely learning some. I mean, shout out to my partners on. Yeah, we doing some stuff, man. I'm really becoming sharp and astute in this in this trading game. Yeah, and like risk management was something that I really struggled with at first because I'm coming from the brain of like, nah, every trade is gonna be a winning trade.
This is it gotta happen. It gotta happen.
I'm gonna make 200,000 on this trade right here, right now. Like I don't care what you talking about. Word. This trade, this market is gonna swing in my favor. Facts. Lose. Right. And that's blown account. Look, right. Like yo, and I'm telling you, man, it's literally, I speak about this a lot. It's the unlearning and relearning what you think is the ways you want to live, bro. Yeah. Because what you're talking about, that risk management is crucial to life. Yeah. But until you understand that has to be a part of your success plan, risk management.
It has to be, man.
Right? You got to factor in the failure.
It has
right?
to be.
The potential pitfalls, right? Absolutely. That you can analyze and figure out how to bounce your way around to get back to where you're trying to go.
Absolutely, bro. Like you got to factor that in, man. See, it's like, okay, yeah, like someone with one plan A, like you hear about it a lot. Like focus on your plan A, plan B, C,
Right.
it takes you away from plan A.
Right.
I get that, and there's some people who do well at that.
Mm-hmm.
But from my standpoint personally, I'm an optimist, but I'm a realist as well.
You have to be.
There's too many things outside of my circle of influence. Okay, you chasing this plan A, but there's a lot of things out of your circle of influence. Say you're an athlete. God forbid you drive and you get into an accident.
Right.
You can't.
Not in your control.
It's outside of your control.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's just certain things you can't control, and you got to factor in that worst case scenario, man. You got to. It prepares you so much for life. That's how I was able to pivot so quickly. I played ball. I ended up tearing my meniscus in my senior year of high school. All the coaches that was recruiting me went away.
Right.
I had to be a walk-on in college. You get what I'm saying? I tried to push, get my knee back to 100%. It just didn't work.
Right.
I had to walk away from the game in 2015, my sophomore year of college. Like I walked away from it completely after playing my whole life. It's all I don't want to say it's all I knew because I prepared myself.
Right.
I factored in that worst case scenario. That was the worst case. And what happened? I pivoted. Jumped right into the stock market. Jumped right into acting and modeling. And it was like, you feel me? Most people try to hold on to it because that's the only plan they had.
Yo, what's crazy about that? Not to cut you off.
You straight.
It's like what's crazy about that is that I think the advantage of being I want to say suspending your athletic career sooner than it should be.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, the fuel that we as athletes have dedicating our lives to a game for 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
And then one day before it's supposed to end, you got 2 years left eligibility, right?
Yeah.
Before it's supposed to end, you have the curiosity to take this leap off the ledge into
switch.
the unknown. It's
switch.
like, yo, you're taking all this backed up energy, all this backed up curiosity that you have for all these years that you've been in the gym, in the weight room, in study sessions, watching film.
Yeah.
You pour that into these things that you were just curious about.
Yeah.
Right? And the ferocity that you take on, whether you're in your acting career, whether you're in your stocks and finance and financial literacy and learning, networking, bro, like I think that catapulsion is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's insane, bro.
Like I did the same. I remember, my career, I had my senior season left. Preseason, I just saw that it wasn't swinging in my favor. It wasn't an injury or what. I didn't have anything unfortunate like that to happen.
Yeah.
But I just had to make a keen and conscious decision when the talents around me, when some of my teammates around me were getting some of the looks that I thought I deserved to get.
Yeah.
I had to ask myself, yo, why ain't you getting these looks?
Yeah.
It's not that I was ass or anything, but because I would challenge them and I would really go and compete every day. But the system just wasn't built for me. The system wasn't built around me, right? So now I was like, okay, this system ain't for me. I got to go find which system is. And I'm going to build that around me, right? Because everybody can be LeBron in the right system.
In the right system,
Right? Like one of my favorite quotes, it's funny, it's a Joe Budden quote. Right. Yo, he says, just know no matter who you are, the right system could turn a role player to a superstar.
Oh, that's actually fire.
That's Budden.
That's fire.
That's Budden.
That's fire.
Just know no matter who you are, the right
that.
system can turn a role player to a superstar. And I believe that.
I like that.
I live by that, yo.
Yeah.
Everyone can be the LeBron. You got to go find your system, bro.
And I think that's dope that you did that, bro. Like, it takes a lot of courage to do that, you feel me? And a lot of just being honest with yourself, you feel me? Because most people not honest with themselves. They try to force themselves into a system where they don't belong.
Right.
It's like, bro, find your lane. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's why it's so important to check your ego, bro. You got to check your ego. As a man, you got to self-correct and check your ego. Constantly go back to the drawing board. So I think that's dope you did that, man, because the average person they not checking themselves that. They not checking themselves.
No way. Like when you really think deeply about certain things, as well as when you got the external forces around you that are sort of pulling you back into where you're trying to grow from.
Yeah.
I'm walking on campus, they're like, yo, you got practice? Nah, yo, I actually don't.
Yeah. Word.
Yo, gang, yo, why would you want to get I got a couple things, I got 2 jobs now that I've been doing, to just build up.
Word.
Right? Like, yo, I actually got this other project that you should look into now. Yo, check this out.
Yeah.
And it's, the headstrongness that you have to withstand that. It's crazy, yo. Because it literally, if someone that's a weak mind, you'll get sucked right back into that.
Yeah.
Yo, coach, I'll be at practice tomorrow.
Rope a dope, you right back in.
Bring you right back in.
Right back in.
So all of those, man, is
Yeah.
is key, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy, man. Cause actually, I told y'all once I got injured, the college coaches went away, man. So I had to be a walk on in college. So yeah, I was a walk on. You get what I'm saying? Getting financial aid to pay for school.
It's a different. It's a whole different
working
process.
on campus to make little ends meet and shit like that. It was a struggle. You feel me? My sophomore year, man, when I decided to walk away from the game completely, bro, my coach. Once I walked away from the game, I had a meeting with my coach, and they talked about putting me on a full scholarship, bro. After I decided to walk away from it, put me on a full scholarship, bro. I walked, and I was that confident in myself to walk, bro. Wow. And shit came back full circle, and I'm doing extremely well.
And you're doing well.
And I was that confident in myself from the start. You feel me? But yeah, word, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
So now we talk about the confidence, right?
Yeah.
We talk about confidence. We talk about that type of resilience that it takes to achieve these things. And one of the many things that I feel builds confidence is working out.
100%.
Working out, being in shape, being fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a certain level of motivation that you get when you're putting stress on your body.
Yeah.
And you're withstanding this stress constantly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think many times, like, when you talk about confidence, I'm always a big advocate of telling people, like, yo, find yourself back into a physically fit shape.
Yeah.
Even however old you are, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm approaching 30, and there are guys that was in the greatest shape back in the day, and I'm like, yo, you're losing it. You're like, yo, it's visible.
Get that
like,
back, man.
Yeah. But those same guys will look at us. I'm sure you have these individuals too in your circle.
Yeah.
These guys will look at us and like, damn, yo, look, you in great shape. It's like, yo, you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm working out daily.
Yeah.
Like,
Put
this
that
is
pain in, man.
this is a part of my calendar. This is part of life.
You got to put that pain in, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, it's not seasonal. It's not seasonal.
Nah.
I tell people that all the time. People make the comment, you know, oh, I'm getting working out for vacation or something. Like, it's a lifestyle.
I work out for life,
it's
bro.
It's a lifestyle. It's just natural.
I'm fit for life.
It's part of your day. It's part of your day. Just like any other thing. Like you brush your teeth. It's part of your day.
The thing is, too, I tell people a lot of times is like, yo, the hardest part of my day, it ends at, 7 a.m. when I'm done with the gym. Yeah. Right? 6 a.m. when I'm done with the gym. Because imagine waking up to go throw 250 pounds over your head, right?
Yeah.
Or like push that off your chest.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Or run 2-3 miles in the morning. That's hard.
Yeah.
By yourself. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
And you have to be insane. Right? It low key is insanity. Like, people that be in the gym be insane lifting the kind of weight I be seeing dudes throw around. It's insanity, bro.
Niggas be trying to lift the whole fucking
the whole
gym.
idea, think about it, low key, like the whole idea of sports is insanity, yo. Training for sport is insanity. The NFL really combine is insanity, bro. Yeah. Like, football, basketball is insanity, but the things that we put our bodies through is insanity. But every person that achieved greatness was insane.
Yeah, absolutely. You weed out
crazy.
You weed out. That's what you got to go through. You start to weed the weakness out,
right?
The weak links. It's like, okay, you ain't built for this.
I want to talk more about like the pivot, right? Yeah. The pivot and like expansion into other things. I think we were talking more about like the exit from hoop, right?
Yeah.
And the person that you had to become, right? Like the person that we have to become.
Yeah.
When we are known as the athlete for X amount of time, right? Like, in your experience, right? How hard was it trying to get people to identify you differently than who they might have seen you as when they were like cheering you on from the stands as you was dunking in the gym?
I would say it was difficult. It was difficult to start out. Because when you see your homeboys that played ball or everybody just knew me from ball, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Or that's Papa from the projects that could play ball, that could hoop. You get what I'm saying? Every kid from the inner city got that type of dream, that hoop dream. You feel me? So that's what people identify you with. You get what I'm saying? Because that's all they know themselves.
Right. That's all they see that's possible.
Exactly. You either rapping or you fucking
going to the league. Rap or go to the league.
Yeah, rap or go to the league. It's one or the other. You feel me? So I tried to do the ball thing. It ain't work out. Now when I started pivoting to different things, you feel me? I noticed that people still asking me about ball. Ball.
Of course.
Yo, you still hoop? You still do this? Nah, I don't even like hooping no more. What? You played your whole life, bro.
Right.
I really don't like playing ball no more, bro. I barely even watch it now. And that's the crazy part. I probably watch it once it really hit the playoffs. That's when I'll start to, you feel me, get back into the league and watching it. But bro, I don't really like basketball like that no more. You get what I'm saying? I guess my mind was just always like, it wasn't never just on one thing. Like, and there's one person who inspired me the most, yo, Kevin Hart, bro.
Kevin Hart.
I
went to see Kevin Hart like 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, bro. I gotta experience that in person. But one thing I love about Kevin Hart is he don't put himself in a box.
Oh, never.
Like,
ever.
Never. He like, yo, if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like,
yo, did you hear
everything?
He's
like,
opening up a vegan restaurant in Westchester.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Nuts.
Like, bro, he's doing everything he wants to do, bro.
Everything.
And I admire that so much. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I approach things too, because I think life is built around curiosity. You feel me? And if I'm curious about something, you feel me, you're always gonna be, your mind is gonna be elsewhere. You feel me? And most people look at it as, you know, jack of all trades, master of none type of thing.
Right. You know the full sentence of that, right?
What's the full sentence?
It says, you could be a jack of all trades and a master of none, right? But most times the jack of all trades is greater than the master of one. Powerful, right? Powerful. That's the full.
I never heard that second part.
That's the
fire.
full,
That's
bro.
fire.
The jack of all trades is always better than the master of one.
That's fire.
And the great scholar, brother Jay-Z, he said, yo, they'll never be able to box you in unless you let them.
Yeah.
The only time someone can put you in a box is if you allow them to, bro.
Yeah, that's
right.
facts.
If you constantly are pushing your message forward and you're able to be agile in the delivery of that, whether you're packaging your message into a startup, whether you're packaging your message into a clothing brand, whether you're packaging your message into a service-based brand or an ebook, right? Like whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro. 100%, bro. And that's one thing I've always prided myself on, and I'm pretty sure you do as well. Like, bro, the thing about coming from where we come from, just the background, the hood, or whatever the case may be, but also being able to flip the switch and turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I pride myself on is, bro, like, I could talk that shit with my homeboys in one room and go to another room and speak to a fucking CEO.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that's one thing I pride myself on. Like, that's big talk. That's big talk. Like, nigga, I could flip that switch just like that. You feel me? So that's the shit. That's the shit they don't got. You get what I'm saying? When you go into these offices, they don't got that grit like we got. You feel me? We could turn that shit on and off any type of room we in. You feel me? You could put me in the middle of the hood with anybody and I could blend in. You could put me in the corporate world, in a room with executives, CEOs, CFOs, and I could blend in.
Put me anywhere on God's green earth. I triple my worth.
Yes, sir.
You know
you feel me? Like, and that's an underrated skill.
It's
an underrated skill, bro. But that's what we got that they don't got, bro. They can't flip that switch like us, bro. They can only fit in one environment. You bring them to our environment. You bring somebody from the corporate world into the hood.
Oh man,
they gonna fold. They gonna fold. You feel me?
Like
they
a
gonna
marshmallow,
fold, bro. They gonna fold, and that's why when you step into these rooms, like even me, when I step into a lot of rooms at work, I'm probably the only one that look like me.
Oh, you
get
better
what
know
I'm saying? You know, but you get that look like, oh, he about his shit. He in here for a reason. Like, you get what I'm
representing
saying?
all of them.
Like, you feel me?
He's representing them
like,
all.
Sure, you feel me? Like, yeah, you get that look. You get them stares like, oh yeah, he's about it. He's in this room. You feel me? But now we do need more representation. You feel me? We need more of us in those rooms. You feel me?
Yo, the thing about it is, it's like you said, it's a skill. It's like to be able to code switch, right?
Yeah.
And do it intelligently, right? Like knowing when to code switch, right? I think that there needs to be like sessions on this, right? People need to have master classes on this, yo. Like write books on this, yo. Because yo, it's literally, if you get into a room and you don't understand that unspoken skill, bro, that is your one-way ticket out of that room.
Yeah.
Right? And also too, it's you have the part of like having the part of standing your ground and not having to feel like you got to make other people around you comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like that's the way of corporate now. Like, I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to do my job, and I'm here to be able to perform at a high level to push this agenda forward that we all are here working for, whatever the case may be.
Facts.
You know? So that piece of it is crazy, yo.
Yeah.
And I tell you what's even crazier, you know, with my understanding of coming forth and like having to have this dual balance of cultures, right? Like for me being African, right? Like me being born in a third world country, right? Like impoverished, born in a house, you know, the whole stories, everything that people can learn about Liberia in 1993 to now, it's like I'm complete 180, right? Because I have taken on an American persona, but I never forget, right? So when people see my pursuit, like, you know, they have people joke about being working like an African, working like a Jamaican, working like a, like, you know, like
facts.
But it's reasons, yo. It's like, yo, where I come from and what my family endured, like what my lineage has endured, bro. I have to be the one that changes that.
Yeah.
Like I have no, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like it begins with me.
Facts.
So I'm just literally pushing myself out there and doing what I can to be able to show people like, yo, one of these is gonna explode.
Yeah.
One. All I need is one.
That's all you need is one.
You need
that's
one
all
to
you need
explode.
is one. One
right?
idea to explode.
So, but what I'm not gonna do is not put myself in the way of that wealth bus. Right? I need to get hit by the bus of wealth.
Yeah.
You know, I'm running. I am high knee, hip to cheek, running eye to eye with these headlights on this bus of wealth, dog. And everything you do, every expression, every iteration that we do has to be a step into that direction.
Yeah,
you know? Hit
100%.
me, hit
100%.
me. Let the bus hit me.
100%, bro. You gotta walk into that light, bro. You gotta see that shit before it even happens. You feel me? Like, you know, the power is just the mind, bro. Like you gotta attract that. You get what I'm saying? Like, a individual gets to a certain space, bro, where you're literally attracting that shit and you can feel it.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're aligned, bro, you can feel it. It's not like you're chasing something. It's like opportunities
you
just
are the
come
bank.
to you.
You are the bank.
Just come to you from everywhere, bro. Like, yo,
the bank.
When you get to that place, bro, you get to that flow state, bro. It's yo, that feeling is unmatched, bro.
You
like,
can't untap. You can't tap out of it.
You can't, because you're vibrating on a high level,
Yeah.
and that shit is coming to you. Like, you just like, all right, do I want this opportunity? Now it's just up to you. Like, oh, do you want to accept the opportunity or turn it down?
Right.
Now you got options. You feel me? And that's what it's about, bro. Attracting those opportunities rather than having to pursue them. Like, so.
And I think
fine.
that with that, to support that point, I think a lot of times people feel like you have to be this super public figure to have that type of accessibility or have those opportunities find you.
Not at all.
Right? Like people, like I'm sure, I'll reference LeBron again, right? LeBron is the human platform.
Yeah.
If you put anything into LeBron James' hand, tell him to crack a smile and show it in the camera, people gonna buy it.
It's over. It's over.
The sales is gonna go.
Yeah, he's at that level. He could sell anything.
Right.
Literally.
For guys that may not have that publicized personality as a LeBron, we have to lead with performance. Our deliverables, our results are what put us on LeBron level.
Yeah.
Right. I'll tell you what's even crazier. At the peak of COVID-19, the most important type of profile, important person that we had in this American country, in the world, was essential workers, the nurses, the doctors. They were more important than LeBron.
Yeah.
Think about that. When LeBron when he not selling no tickets, nobody care about him.
Yeah.
Right? We care about him because LeBron is selling tickets. He putting butts in chairs.
Exactly.
But these people right now, when we can't watch LeBron, they're saving lives. They're LeBron.
Yeah.
Right?
In their respective system. Going back to that system.
Exactly.
Going back to that system.
You know?
Yes, sir.
So that part, is that piece of it, man. And like doing these things, creating these lanes, being as impactful as we can, and building authority.
Yeah.
It's like it's unnegotiable, non-negotiable.
Yeah.
These are given.
Yeah, no, that's facts, bro. That's facts, man. Yeah, everybody gotta find their system, man. They gotta find their lane for sure, man. And once you find that lane, bro, you start to check your ego, man. You start to feel lighter. You start to feel more at peace, man. Like that shit is important, bro, on that journey when you're trying to be great. I think it's underrated, man.
Yeah.
Because as men, we feel like, we always got to be pursuing women. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
You feel like we always got to be dealing with women as a man. Like,
I think too that's cultural though. It's cultural,
Yeah.
right? It's very much a cultural thing. I think in African American culture, the one thing I learned, man, going to school in a very I went to a PWI, bro. I went to a predominantly white institution.
Yeah.
In New Haven, Connecticut, and I realized that the things that I normalized were not normal to these kids that didn't come from this inner city.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the things that the hypersexuality that I was exposed to being a high school athlete, right? At that level, right? Winning games, winning championships, traveling, AAU, being in that limelight.
Yeah.
I realized that at 14, 15 years old, damn, these niggas wasn't exposed to the type of like pressures that it was to keep up with the Joneses in my class, right? Like, I remember, yo, it was crazy. Like, this shit's so crazy. At in my high school, bro. Yo, playing field. In my high school, as an athlete, yo, we used to come to school and like the teammates, the homies, and my friends, whatever, there'd be a question that we'd be asked and we had to have an answer. The question was, when was the last time? Literally, we was when the last time, bro, we was real talk, bro. We was asked, everybody was asking about, when was the last time? And it was like, yo, damn, like I gotta go find me some ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go get active, yo. I gotta go get active. I can't be out here letting them look at me like this, yo.
Yeah.
So now I'm 16. I'm out here like really out here running, ripping and running. Yeah. Not realizing like, yo, this time that I'm spending doing all this, like trying to be active, trying to get these girls, attract these women, whatever. At 16 years old, 15 years old, I'm like, yo, across the world somewhere, these kids are actually practicing on a skill. Yeah. These kids are working on something, right?
Yes,
these kids are building and developing financial literacy. They're learning a trade. They're in engineering. They're in summers doing something. Yeah. What am I doing?
Facts.
I'm trying to prove to this dude that, I get more girls than him. Oh, look, I'm trying to, show him whatever videos I can find or whatever. Like, and it's just like, yo, it's cultural. It's really a cultural thing that if older figures can get hold and even tap into the minds of young 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old young boys. Yeah. Yo, you got to nip that in the bud because when that 17-year-old kid gets to college,
start to hit in them 20s, like bro.
He's gonna be exposed to a kid that was actually focused at 14, bro.
Yeah,
and you're gonna make it so. And what this 14, 15 inner city year old kid is gonna have to endure if they get to this level is competition that they will never be able to withstand. Yo, it's gonna be hard,
bro.
It's gonna be hard. You know it.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yo, in Bloomberg, bro, where you at? That's a crazy platform, bro. Like you're competing with the highest level thinkers. In finance,
on a different level.
You're not talking to slouches.
Like everybody you meet is just like just information everywhere, bro. And it's an amazing feeling. You feel me? But you got to bring it every single day, bro. Ain't no letting your foot off the gas, bro. Right. Every day you got to bring it, bro. Every day, and it's a lot of pressure that come with that. You get what I'm saying? But
I seen Wolf of Wall Street. I know what it's him for.
Nah, for sure. I would say though, it's not like that though. It's not
as like aggressive.
I'm not. See, Bloomberg is not an investment bank. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the culture is a little more. It's a better culture rather than a competition. We more so collaborate. You feel me? We work together. But I do know some people who work in investment banking where it's like that pressure of making money and being in revenue generating roles. It's like you got to bring it, and like you literally competing like head hunting type shit.
Right.
You feel me? I'm glad I don't got to experience that. You feel me? I don't want to be in a culture where I got to feel like I'm competing all the time. I'd rather collaborate. You feel me? Build ideas. But even just jumping back to the conversation we was had like with the women, bro. Like bro. Like if you don't check that, man. Like even me when I was younger, you get what I'm saying? Like. We waste a lot of time. Like you said, you trying to prove to your boys. You grow up a certain way. You got to always be having a girl. You got to always be nailing something. Yeah. Like, bro, like now I look at myself now, like I look at my older self and it's like, yo, and I question myself like, bro, how did you have all that fucking time on your hands to fuck around with different types of women? Like, yo, now I just be like, yo, how did you fucking do that? Because my mind now it's like, yo, I'm on my purpose. Yeah. I'm chasing a certain level. So now it's like, yo, like, bro, when I'm having a conversation with a guy now and he's bragging to me about how many chicks he got, how many chicks he know, and I'm just like, bro, like, what are you working on, bro?
Right.
Why you got all this time? Right. Like, bro, what are you working on? I don't got all this time to be fucking around with 5 different women. Right. Waste of money.
That shit give me anxiety. I'm like bro.
Bro, like, if we think about it, it's like, yo, you waste a lot of money, time, and resources. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just to trying to like prove yourself. Like, so that shit crazy, bro.
I think the reality of the situation is, it's gift and curse because the higher, the more success, the more affluency that we can draw for ourselves, the the more attention, the more infatuation, the more attractive we become to women.
It's a byproduct.
It's a byproduct of the pursuit of focus, right? Sure. So when I learned that piece of it, when I learned and I'm starting to experience the residue of the decisions that I'm making in my life, right? Right. And of course, I'm headstrong enough to be able to create some boundaries. Sometimes, and realistically, I'm so focused to the point where sometimes I will consciously open the door for some of that shit to come in.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I will open the door.
You got to monitor that shit 24/7, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You let a little slip.
Yeah, I'll open the door sometimes, but I'll shut that motherfucker closed too when I need to.
That shit come flooding in, bro.
I will close that door quick, bro. Man, when I start feeling like that shit is getting me out of pocket, I'm looking at accounts and I'm like,
that shit is real, bro. That shit is real, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that constant battle, work and play. Like sometimes I let my foot off the gas, like, yo, go have some fun, bro. You're working too much, you feel me? Then you start to notice, like, I'm getting a little beside myself, you feel me? Because the shit just coming at you. They everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They everywhere. And the crazy part is, like you said, when you becoming more successful, right? When you tap into your purpose, when you're vibrating on a certain level, women are attracted to that shit.
Oh, they know.
They can feel that shit. Like, yo, he's walking in his purpose. This nigga he handle business. Yeah. He what's the term? He have emotion. He in motion. So that shit start coming even more, and you gotta buckle down even more. You gotta control that shit, bro. Yeah. You got to, bro.
I mean, I think for anyone that is enduring this type of like activity, you're getting into that phase where you're starting to find yourself, right? Yeah. Because it takes a lifetime to really figure out who you are.
Yeah, you gotta go through it. You gotta go through it.
Gotta go through it, yo. You gotta be able to pick your head up, look around you, and realize that the same ones that you might have been trying to impress, ain't where you are. Yeah. Right? If they're not where you are, then why are you even trying to have conversations that will appease or impress those types of perspectives?
Absolutely.
That's not the case, right? And when you look at the rooms that you want to be in, right? And you ask yourself, okay, what's the conversations happening in the rooms that I want to be in? Yeah. The rooms that I want people to pull me in. If the things that you're hyper focusing on trying to do are not circled around the conversations happening in those rooms, you got to change your activity.
Yeah, facts.
Aggressively. Facts. And sometimes, I'm like women aren't always the topic of conversation. Not to say, I love women. I love the queens out there, show them attention, show them the love. But I got shit to do though.
Yeah, you got to.
It is what it is.
You gotta get there. You gotta get to where you're going.
Got shit to do, Sure. Hold on, we got a couple more, man. Couple more.
Yes, sir.
So what's interesting is like everything in what we're talking about, it just shows that we're transforming, right? Yeah. Like we've transformed into like the people that we are, right? Yeah. Like, and a lot of times people stay the same. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people. I have a good amount of people that I can say are like kind of their feet are planted where they once were. Their feet haven't really grown out of the soil that they once were. Yeah. Versus where we are, we got a couple different pots that we just jumping in and out of. Yeah, like we just seeing shit sprout. Yeah. So like in your transformational period, in your transformational phase. Yeah. Like what are some things that you endure in your growth to become like the person that you are and who you further want to be? Yeah.
I would say one thing I've endured on this journey of transformation, man, it's constant change, bro. Constant change, bro. Like when you're curious and you want more for yourself, you're always transforming. You're always in transformation. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You always want more. You always trying to better yourself. You always trying to better the people around you. And like you said, like your family depend on you. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure, if something happens to you, the house come crashing down. I say the same thing for myself. You feel me? I got two younger brothers and my mom's. You feel me? And they lean on me a lot. You feel me? So I gotta make sure I'm always growing and everything is in alignment for myself, but also for them. Yep. Building generational wealth for them. You feel me? So everything is just like that transformation, man. It comes with a lot of pressure too. Yeah. It comes with a lot of pressure, man. And
but sometimes when you like when you're in it for so long, what is pressure to other people ain't pressure to you.
Very, very true.
Very true. Like what 100%. People from the outside may see as pressure is not really pressure because I was born into this. Yeah. Like facts. This is just the way it is. Yeah. You know, and people, and I think that's what gives people this admiration of certain other people, because they're living a life that may not be as pressure packed. Yeah. Right. But everybody has pressures. Pressures could be different. I mean, Paris Hilton has pressures. Yeah, facts. Right. Facts. Donald Trump has pressures. Yeah. Whoever is was affluent, like grew up into, you know, just like more of a stress free kind of life. Still has pressures for whatever they endure. Yeah. You know, so I think it's just about balancing out your situation, and for us, right, for guys that like come from the pressure of where it's like, you know, like our margin of error is a lot smaller than the Paris Hilton's margin of error. Much smaller. Yeah, we have a small margin, right, and we have the forces. We have like governmental forces against us, right. We make the wrong decision, we get put away for life. Exactly. You know, it's things that we can't even control that will literally limit our chance to compete. Yeah. Right? Like, we already 300 years behind. Yeah, nah, that's facts. just because. That's facts, bro. That's facts, bro. We're born 300 years behind, and now we got the forces, and they don't understand, and they fear us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that part. Yeah. You know? So, those are the things, man. As we transform, in my transformation, bro, like, the biggest thing for me has just been discipline. You know? Like, I've harnessed myself to a certain level of discipline that sometimes, you know, as a human, I fall victim. I lack. Yeah. You know, I sometimes I'll fall short of the discipline that I want to hold myself to. Yeah. Right. And like, it's hard, yo. It's hard, you know. And they say you're only supposed to complete, like, what? If you complete 60% of the things you put on your schedule a day, you'll be more efficient than 90% of men in the world. Yeah. Right. And like, yo, it's when I'll be putting together schedules, I'll be like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna get to get to all this today, but you know, we somehow managed to do it. Word. I wanna know your thoughts on something. I was listening to this to the Jay-Z and Kevin Hart interview on Kevin Hart's show. Yep. And one thing Jay-Z said that stuck out to me that happens a lot in our community, the black community, is like we try to do everything by ourselves. You feel me? We don't want to give up ownership. Yeah. And one thing Jay-Z said, he was like, yo, bro, you know you can own 100% of nothing. Right. Like, you get what I'm saying? Right. Like, everybody's so focused on, okay, this is my shit, I own this. But like, yo, you don't, okay, you own 100% in the business, but you're not generating any revenue. Right. Rather than you partnering up with people, let's say 5 people, y'all all got 20%. Yep. Now you tapping into different networks and different streams of revenue. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Because I feel like, you know, we got this whole ownership thing. Like, okay, I own this business. This is my business. It's just me. But it's like, okay, you own 100% of nothing. Like, I think. Well, I saw the interview, and I definitely I think that part stood out to me too as well. Yeah. And I think ownership, whether you own 100% of something or you own 10% of something, is still ownership. Yeah. Right? That is an outright entitlement to a piece of said asset. Yeah. You still own it. Whether you want to own it outright, that's just being greedy. Yeah. Right? Especially if you know that if you were to open up the door for other valuable assets, other valuable teammates to come a part of this, it would push it much further. Yeah. The fact that you don't want to create a lane for more value for your business, you're clearly killing what you're building. Yeah. You don't want to see it grow. Yeah. I had to also learn this, but a lot of times too, coming from this athletic background and like not understanding business as much as I do now when I was first starting out, I was just watching Shark Tank, and I would see how these sharks would try to steal so much equity in these people's companies. So I'm like, you know, and I would like read books, and I would hear like, yo, retain as much equity in your business as possible. It's the game of business. Right? It's like really just figuring out how to retain as much, because at some point, maybe down the line, you know, you will come across a really valuable investor that you're gonna have to give 50% to, you know, and they're not. And if you only have 5% or something, you know, you may not be able to give them anything that's worth them coming in to invest. True. So I think many times it's all perspective, man. It's all perspective on what you're building, how confident you are in your ability to make that successful. Yeah. Because even right now, Elon Musk doesn't own 100% of Tesla. Yeah, very true. People got to know this, right? Very true. Kanye West boasts about owning 100% of Yeezy, right? And if that is said true, then he's an anomaly. Yeah. Right? It's not normal to have something that's that big that's that influential and do it alone.
Yeah, facts.
And the burdens that he has to pay, because he has to pay people out of pocket.
Yeah, so he got to cover those costs.
Right.
He got to cover those costs.
You can pay people in equity.
Yeah.
Right? That's the way. People will muzzle down if you give them an equity, if you give them an equity stake in something massive.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So however Kanye's managing to pull that off, I give him kudos to that. But a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
You know?
Facts.
So yeah, like what Hov said in that is very, very true, yo. And we have to change that narrative of like having to be the sole owner of assets that are gonna impact our culture, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Like open up the door.
Yeah.
You know, and then also too with that, there are some people that come across and are malicious with that privilege though, right? Like there are people that come in and don't understand how much of a platform they have with their assets, right?
Yeah.
And they'll take people's money and people will think that they're getting ownership or they're getting a percentage or they're getting, and they won't truly be, you know, supportive of that, right?
Yeah.
There have been a lot of stories where people try to do like real estate group funds and stuff, and like some people will just be taking money saying that they're pouring it into real estate or saying that they're pouring it into these like real estate like group like funding opportunities, and the funds aren't really going towards something that's going to mutually benefit all the people that are pouring money into it. Yeah, you know, 100%. So you have this fund manager that's just literally taking money, pouring into properties, probably eating off the properties, but not divvying out the profits or the dividends to the group. Yeah, no, that's tough, man. To speak to that, I will say, you know, to protect yourself, man, you got to see that paperwork, man. You gotta have everything signed and on the dotted line. You get that goes against culture too. Not to say it goes against culture. It's something that we in culture we feel like, oh, no, you don't trust me, bro. Exactly. You don't trust me.
Exactly. That's a great point, bro. That's a great point. But it's business. It's business at the end of the day. And in order to protect yourself, you need that foundation. You need that paperwork. You need to sign on that dotted line. You need to understand how the business operate. You get what I'm saying? And if someone does, if I was to make a business proposal to someone and they were to say to me, oh, you don't trust me, I don't want to be in business. I can't work with you. You don't understand business. I don't want to be in business with you anyway. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, yeah, that was just like, all right, cool. You know, we good. You could imagine, right? So even for the Black Idea Guy podcast, for the show, right? Yeah. There's a certain, you know, my show manager, LaTroy Watson over here helps me to create these documents. Yes, sir. And we put together a questionnaire to make the best possible experience for our audience when we're trying to solicit guests. Yeah. Simple questionnaire, maybe 4 or 5 questions on there for me to better learn where my potential guest is at that moment in their mind from them, not me trying to come up with what I think you want to talk about or what I think you got going on. You tell me so we can craft a good quality show. Facts. I get pushed back on that. People like, yo, I know you, bro. Yo, I know you, yo. I gotta fill out a form. Yeah. Bro, excuse me. Yeah. This is my process and my procedure. Yeah. Facts. Can you, if you don't want to complete it, do not expect to be a part of the platform. Yeah. That's just how it is. And like that would have been the Ellen show or something. They'd have did it without a problem. Right. They'd be filling out the whole script, like no questions asked. Crazy. So I just think that, man, like, as we wind things down, as we reel it all in, man, everything that we discussed today, everything that we got going, everything that we're mentally dialing ourselves into, bro, is just really putting us in a stratosphere of other like minds, and like it's putting us in a position where people are going to be looking to us, and they're inspired, they're motivated, they want to be a part, and sometimes they just don't know how to ask to say, hey, I see what you're doing, I don't quite understand it all, but I like it, right? It was years, bro, like years of iterations, years of output that I've been trying to do stuff since 2014. I've been trying to do entrepreneurial ventures. Up until the pandemic, right? When the pandemic started and I came out with that. Yeah. That was like oh my God. Oh, we get it. Okay, we get it. Yeah. We've seen it. We didn't understand it. Oh, but we get it. Yeah. And now people are like, oh, yo, I just want to be around. I just want to kind of like, I just want to kind of hang around and fly see on the wall. Yeah, like you're doing a lot of shit over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be around just to see what be going on, you know? Nah, that's facts. That's facts. You know, like, but what I'll be wondering, like, yo, what did it take over the last 8 years, you know, for you to now get to that point of your curiosity? You know what I think it is, bro? I know we about to wrap up, but no, let's I think a lot of people doubt themselves. Mm-hmm. So how can a person trust you and your vision when they don't even trust their own? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if I don't trust myself and my vision, if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, it's going to be hard for me to really believe in what you're doing.
Right.
So they're going to have to watch you. Okay, he did this. That was a fluke. Let me see him do it again.
Right.
Okay, he did this. Nah. He did this. And then that just exploded. It's like, oh shit, this nigga's the real deal.
Yeah.
Let me jump on board now.
Right,
you get what I'm saying? Like, so
right.
it comes down a lot of that. You get what I'm saying? If somebody don't, trust themselves and their vision, how could you expect them to, really believe in yours? You get what I'm saying? So I think a lot of it comes down to that. Just comes down to confidence, man. A lot of people not confident in themselves. And I don't say that in a way to like just speak down on anyone. I think we just need to look more internally within ourselves, you feel me, and build ourselves up and build that confidence. Because when you confident, man, you walk in a whole different light, bro. And it's to the point where I walk in rooms and I notice somebody that's confident, and I'm like, yo, like I gravitate towards them, like, yo, like what are you doing? Like what's your routine? Like, you get what I'm saying? See if I could pick something.
You're learning from that.
You're learning, you feel me? And you got to be open to that shit. Like, it goes back to ego, bro.
Yep.
People can't check their egos. They might see you in the room and like, oh, no, I ain't about to dick ride this nigga. Like,
right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I come across you in a room and you have ideas and your mind is sharp, like, yo, I'm feeding off you, like, bro, like, let's have a conversation.
How can
we help each other?
Right.
That's what it's about, bro.
Right.
Like, you feel me? But you got to get to a certain level to really understand that shit. Like,
hey, well, I'm glad that, there along this road, I meet guys like you.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Glad
Likewise,
that we're in the same planet, we're in the same universe.
Yeah.
Tell me more about what's ahead for Loaded Bases.
Oh yeah, man. I'm excited. You get what I'm saying? I'm working on a launch right now. I'm working on a line and everything. You feel me? I'm real big on being in my time. I don't want to rush my process to try to please other people, and things like that. So I'm just really making sure everything gets orchestrated the way I want it to be.
Is there going to be like a financial tying in?
It's going to be more so.
Are they like are they distinct?
They're definitely distinct. But the overall mindset is definitely going to be tied into to someone to Loaded Bases. Just the overall mindset, positive thoughts. You just vibrating on a higher level. You know. So to explain it before we wrap up, some Loaded Bases. What Loaded Bases mean is if you're familiar with the baseball terminology, when
of course,
bases loaded,
yep.
You become a force from every angle, and you put yourself in a position to achieve the highest number of points in baseball.
Yep.
So now, if we take that same analogy and apply it to the brand Loaded Bases, right? My whole idea behind it is Loaded Bases is about preparation. It's about betting on yourself, and loading your bases is different for every individual. It's very unique. Loading your bases, right? Might be, you got the podcast. It might be, diet is important, right? You got to take care of your body. You got to take care of your mind. It might be reading. Yep. It might be networking. It might be learning the technical side of it. You get what I'm saying? And now you're preparing yourself to put all of that into this one box. And to hit that grand slam in life, though. You get what I'm saying? So Loaded Bases is tied to a specific goal.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if you're an athlete, loading your bases might be going to class, get good grades. You get what I'm saying? Going to the gym every day, working out, taking care of your mind, body, and soul. And that's preparing you for that ultimate goal that you're trying to get to. Maybe you're trying to make it to the league. Okay, you got to prepare yourself. You can't just jump right in. You feel me? So my whole idea behind Loaded Bases is that it's unique and it ties to everyone. If you're someone with goals, you part of that Loaded Bases family.
What I take from all of what you just said is armoring, right? It's like building that cloak of protection, building and all these things, the fuel that goes into it to prepare someone for a battle.
Absolutely, 100%.
So that's very dope. That's 100%. Very dope, and it's a powerful, it's a deep rooted message. It's very powerful because, especially from it's universal. Right,
it applies to everybody, no matter what you're doing. If you have a goal, it applies to you.
Right.
No matter the color of your skin, no matter how old you are, your age. If you have a goal, preparation falls within that. You gotta prepare.
I'm definitely.
For sure. I got you. For sure.
Yes, sir.
But yeah.
I'll rock on the show. All
I'm excited, man. Yes, sir. I got you. Yeah, I got you, bro. Yes,
Yo,
sir.
man. Tell us how we can follow you, what you got coming up, like, any last gems, any just leave us with something that we could really walk away with on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, and keep Q in our minds.
Yes, sir. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram at callme_Q. That is KALLME_Q on Instagram. And moving forward, man, if it's just something I want to share, man, I'll say I gotta share this, man. I gotta be the voice. Black men, get in therapy, man. That shit is fire. That shit is fire, man.
What kind of therapy? What do you mean?
Get in therapy. Just, so I go to therapy, and it could be for anything. Like, we all deal with traumas. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And we gotta tackle those traumas, man, to be the best version of ourselves for the people around us. You get what I'm saying? And like, yo, real shit. Don't think of it as on weak shit, nigga. I'm from the projects. Like, you get what I'm saying? Everybody that know me from Newark know me and know what I'm about. Like, yo, I'm in fucking therapy, man. And that shit is fire. I'm at peace. I'm walking lighter. Motherfucking skin glowing, man. Like, yo, I wish that on everybody, man. Get in therapy, man. That shit is fire, bro. I can't even lie. That shit fire, bro.
That's heavy. That's heavy. I can say that this, to support, but also maybe give an alternative to your point. Therapy can be found in a lot of different ways. Fair?
Yeah, 100%.
For me, this is my therapy.
Okay.
This is my therapy because I get to sit across from minds.
Yeah.
Right. Weekly.
Yeah.
And talk about things that I care about. Right. Talk about things that I know will push you forward. Talk about things that I know that will enhance anybody's life that's watching this.
Yeah.
This is my therapy. Right. Because my week is so, not to say chaotic, but my week is, it's just a lot to handle.
Yeah.
But I know that when I come here on Sunday, and I'm sitting across to talk about things that I think about all week with somebody that has perspective, that has ideas, that isn't just a wall.
Yeah.
It's like, facts. Yo, this is fueling me. This is recharging me for tomorrow's war that I'm gonna step into.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. And I appreciate you sharing that. Cause all right, so now I'm gonna challenge you as my brother. I'm gonna challenge you. Now there are different forms of therapy.
Yep.
Like you said, this therapy for you. Shit, going to the gym, that's therapy for me.
Right.
Getting off from a long day of work and being able to just sit in alone and just in space and just read, that's therapy for me. So now I would challenge you, if you haven't done it already, go see a professional therapist that can help you tackle actual traumas that you're battling, that you've experienced in your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, I challenge you to that as a brother.
Do you have a male or female therapist?
So I have a male therapist. He's a black, black male therapist. Much older than me. But he's very youthful. He's very agile. It's fire, man. He feels like my granddad or something. Like, we could just talk about anything, and he challenges me. He asks me questions that opens up my mind, and from a standpoint of it's a lot of things we run from that we know we run from. You get what I'm saying? And
facts.
He asks questions that penetrate certain levels that you haven't thought about. Like, you get what I'm saying? Even from your relationships with your parents to what's really affecting you, what's holding you back. Like, it's fire, bro. And I recommend therapy for everybody. Kill the mindset, oh, I'm this hood nigga, I'm this tough nigga. Like, nigga, I'm from the projects too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I done seen everything. Like, you name it, I seen everything. And I finally had the courage to break that mindset. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, therapy weak, I don't got to show no emotion or none of that. Bro, therapy is fire, bro. And I recommend that shit for everybody, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, man, I want to, so like I said, like, I want to challenge you to that. To, like, even do one session. Like, bro, even if you want to, like my cuz, I told him, like, come to therapy with me. I can introduce y'all. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. You feel me? Like, and that's what I tell people. Like, bro, if you don't know how it really goes, like, bro, I'll book a session. You could come with me. I could introduce you to my therapist. We can sit there. We can just have a regular conversation. You can fill out his energy, see what type of person he is, and then take it from there. Y'all can set up some meetings on your own. I'm willing to even do that, bro. It's that fire, bro. And like, you walk out of there so light, bro. That shit just feel good. Like, 'cause the same way we having a conversation. Right. You're doing the same exact shit, bro. But he's challenging you from areas you don't even think about. Like, it's fire, bro. It's fire.
Well, I mean, well, I think,
Fire,
you know,
bro.
it's not a challenge I'm gonna back down from. So,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully on a future episode, I'm gonna be talking about, you know, a past therapy session that I'm gonna go and look into.
Yeah.
You know,
Your time, bro. Your time. You
Yeah.
feel me? Yeah, for sure. Your time. Whenever you're ready.
I'm definitely gonna get into it, man. I'm gonna get into it. Because I feel like we can make the excuse of, oh, this is therapy and that's therapy.
Yeah, we
and
could do that. We could do that.
But that therapy exists for a reason.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Some
there
traumas for a reason. You need
right?
that professional. Yeah.
So, with all that said, man, we reached the final lap, the last lap of the Black Idea Guy podcast. Another day, man. My boy Q.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Yo, man. You know, just for the housekeeping. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. You know, we're still gonna get all our podcasts on like the streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're gonna rip the audios and put them on there so that people can just listen to it when you're driving your car, whatever. Yeah, you don't got to see all the handsome, young studs up here we be bringing on. I'm saying all the time, but you know, y'all tune in to YouTube for that. Aside from that, choose DAP. ChooseDAP.com. Keep supporting the movement. #1 brand hand sanitizer for the culture. Shout out to everybody that's supporting it. Shout out to everybody that knows about the brand. I actually, I got into doing some home inspections. So
I've been fire.
Yo, it's fire. It's fire, bro.
I seen that crib you was in. I think yesterday. Fire.
Yo,
brownstone.
I'm doing some interesting work. I'm really doing some interesting work, but a lot of the opportunities that I get, people got to know is that like, I am brought in from clients that I'm working on other things with that they're like, yo, you would be great to help me grow into this department too.
That network, bro. That network, bro. It's not a one size fits all. That shit open up doors from everywhere, bro.
You just got to show competency.
Yeah.
Right? Just show performance and show that you're competent and you're adaptable to learn new skills.
Yeah.
And they will literally open up, bro. It's to the point where I'm now looking for inspectors in 46 states.
Yeah.
Across America. To deploy, to do these same inspections that I'm able to do, right? It's easy work,
bro.
Go in there and just, you photograph cribs.
Yeah.
Nice cribs. And then you build relationships with investors. You build a relationship with realtors.
Fire,
it's a plan. It's a major plan in place.
It's fire.
Hopefully, I hope people see the value and the benefit of what I'm opening up, man. I also just got into the luxury car rental business.
I noticed that too. Yes, sir.
So we got an opportunity where now we're a managing partner of a private luxury fleet that we're able to access people to. So, I literally spend my days DMing billionaires on Instagram. Yeah. I spend my days DMing billionaires on Instagram for their weekend whips.
Word.
So man, everything is on the up and up, man. And I know that all the work that I'm doing, all the work that I'm trying to, get going and I'm trying to help people to build. It's at the link in my bio. So,
I'm happy to hear that, bro. Yes, sir.
Black Idea Guy podcast. Shout out to the homie LaTroy Watson behind the camera.
Yo.
PR extraordinaire. Just launched his website, right? Launched the services, not the website. Services is launched.
PR.
So you got pricing now.
PR go.
Price done went up. Know what I'm saying? LaTroy price done went up. So tap in with LaTroy Watson. Tap in with my boy Call Me Q. Mogul Make.
Sir.
The Black Idea Guy podcast. Loaded basis.
Yes, sir.
We out. Well, it's the big show.